JJ Ali Marandi, but we're going to have him analyze this position with us because we're running out of time and we don't want to break the flow of the game. But JJ, welcome to the studio. Congrats on your win. A very topsy-turvy game. Topsy-turvy tournament, I would say.
Yes, definitely.
But nice to pick up a win. Tell us your first instinct on what's going on here in the position on the board. A takes b5, boom.
That was played, yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
And G takes h4.
Yeah, it looks very unclear, but...
Well, the question is right now, is the white king getting checkmated?
Is the black king getting checkmated?
That is also a very good question.
Let's say it's equal, yeah? That's the practical answer. It's always equal.
Is this what I teach you?
By the way, you are definitely correct because
this is what I teach them.
The engine says 0, 0, 0, 0, 0.
I mean, when both sides don't have time, these positions can get super complicated. Like yesterday, I was hoping for something like this, and I was actually lost. And I thought it could be double-edged. And if the engine is giving zeros, I guess it can go either way.
But so it's equal objectively, but who has the better side of equality right now is the question. From my perspective, is white, because right now it doesn't feel like you have a good way to create anything around my king. I really like this move, g takes h4, by the way.
Yeah, it's a very practical move, right? You just get rid of the hg forever, but more importantly, it gives the g3 square to this queen, and suddenly you can imagine many variations in which queen g3, queen g7 will be devastating. I actually haven't seen which lines, but actually queen g3 is a devastating threat because king f8, I have bishop a3, and I think I start giving you checkmate. And I assume that if you ever have to interpose the bishop, that it's not actually on its ideal diagonal. Although who knows, maybe it is.
Okay, so right now I guess we should go with queen to h1.
Played, king d2, queen h2.
And now if you go to c3, I'm going to take advantage of the fact that you, in fact, took on h4 and opened up that diagonal. So now my queen on h2 supports this retreat with the knight to f4.
So if you want to go queen e2, knight f4, you mean? Sorry.
No. If you go queen to e2, I'm going to start looking for some extra checks. Maybe queen to d6?
Queen d6 maybe, yeah. No, this is really weird because I actually feel I'm getting kind of mated here, but...
So if you go king to c3, I think b4, right?
You know, I was thinking this is checkmate, but then I realized it wasn't. And I actually don't see it at all.
Knight f4 maybe.
Knight f4, maybe you just bring the other piece to the attack. I like
bishop
this move
d3,
a lot.
yeah.
The bishop is going to d3.
Yeah, this is over.
Yeah. So king c3 on the board. This is the current position.
Does he have b4 here? And then queen b2?
Does he have b... That's a very good question, right? b4 check. You might as well take. What else?
Well, he definitely has that. And the question is, does white has
like rook takes c7 here or something?
C7. Yeah, there's no more check.
This is your only chance, right? There's no check on the g file. This check doesn't really help me because queen g7 at the very least. Maybe bishop g4 is also good. But rook takes c7 and...
What a mess.
And the evaluation hasn't really changed. Yeah, the evaluation is, this is a mess. and we continue. He actually didn't play b4. He actually just brought the knight back.
Also makes sense, but allows queen g1.
Yeah, it does allow queen g1 with the simplification.
Take it.
I think you have to take it, right?
Take the queen trade.
I think you have to take the queen trade. I mean, this king is just becoming a bit too vulnerable. The knight is finally joining the fray with the move knight d5, check on the next move.
By the way, knight to f4 was played with 3 seconds on the clock. So, again, big decisions. You need to allow yourself to have more time on the clock. That's the practical
And I think the lower this gets on time, the more likely you are to play queen g1. And
play queen g1.
Yeah.
You
I'm
have
almost sure he'll play queen g1. He has to, right?
Yeah, I think, queen g1 played. Takes, you have to take, and I guess you take. And you still have a few moves to make time control, but there's no real danger here for white at all. The minor piece is not going to mate you. The question is, do you have winning chances here?
Well, the position got simplified. We're going to let the players think about this one. I'm sure they're going to reach time control without any problems. But JJ, let's go into your game because you saw this Scandinavian on the board and you immediately launched an attack with b4. Was that preparation or like?
No, honestly, I was just in the mood to play some gambits today.
The usual move.
Regardless of what opening it was. And when he played the Scandinavian, I was a little annoyed that I didn't get what I wanted. So I was like, okay, let's just at least have some fun and play b4.
Okay, now tell me, did Alejandro teach you this?
I would never teach such moves.
I mean, it was an over-the-board decision,
Okay.
to be honest. Because I was like, if I play the main lines, it's going to be boring, so I'll just at least have some fun.
Let's go for the kill. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it seems you got everything you wanted out of the opening.
And G6, I don't understand. Like, maybe it makes sense, but to me, it was a bit awkward. But
Yeah, and it seems like you got almost a winning
Yeah.
position.
also, F6 was shocking. But like, I don't know if I had something better. I think I played like King H1, Queen E2. It was a bit too slow. Probably makes not much sense, but I don't know. I thought it was safe to play King H1.
Actually, Bishop, this is a very nice win, but Bishop G8 is winning. I know that you never look at these moves
I looked at it, I just didn't see how it wins.
after, because you have to take with the king, right?
Yes.
If you take with the rook,
Then you have Bishop H6 and then
if
so
king
something.
F7, knight G5, right?
Yeah,
And if king E8, knight D6.
knight D6.
Yeah. So, what happens if you take with the king in this position?
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't see it, so I was like, if I don't see it, I shouldn't give up my light squared bishop.
I'm just going to cheat.
Yes, please.
Yeah, engine says bishop
Because-
H6 plus 6.
Bishop H6.
Alright.
I mean, yeah, but like, how do you guarantee it during a game? I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes sense, yes, when you know it when it's plus 6.
Yeah, I guess if black has no moves here, right?
Just paralyzes
It's
completely.
paralyzed completely. And even this doesn't help you.
And I guess the key point is that if you go queen to h5, you have knight takes f6, or?
Oh, this is nice.
Yeah, this is nice. Yeah, you just, even if you take and you take,
Yeah,
your black is
if
just
I
lost.
saw this, I would play it for sure.
Yeah, and if you play king takes here and here, as Cristian was mentioning, then knight f6. It's a pretty nice line. Black's getting pretty much mated in every variation.
Does he?
Yeah, this is checkmate for sure.
And if he takes with the pawn?
And if you take with the pawn, then I think you just go check,
Pick up the rook and
Pick up
just
the
win that
rook.
position.
and then you take on b7 at the end. Although you have
I
queen
can
e3.
take on c8 now.
And you can take on c8, yeah. And just win a rook. You can take on c8 and just win a rook, or at least a rook, and call it a day. Yeah,
But-
that would have been nice.
I could have been done like 2 hours ago.
Right, but yeah. But you wouldn't be here with us in the studio, so that's why you took your sweet time.
Yeah,
And
but, I mean, I was thinking these moves were logical, but apparently not. So,
logic goes out the window when you talk to computers.
yeah.
When were you absolutely sure that you were winning?
Pretty much never until the last move, I think.
Well, like,
Like, he was getting low on time, so I knew he was going to blunder something. And then around here, I thought I was having sufficient counterplay for like the 2 pawns, and I was confident he was going to blunder. He had no time, so.
and he did blunder, but yeah,
Not the best technique, but I mean, with no time also, I probably don't need the best technique. Just
Yeah.
wanted to be practical, and that's it.
Well, certainly a nice victory. How do you rate your tournament so far?
I mean, it has a lot of ups and downs. I'm not like super happy about it, but also like at least I'm playing some fun chess, so it's entertaining at least.
Some fun chess for sure. Well, thank you for joining us, JJ. Certainly a fun game to watch. It did keep us captivated for the better part of half an hour here in the studio as soon as we started the program. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, let's move on.